Thanks, Erda. So recently my firm, EHDD, we're in San Francisco, California. We committed to a vision of climate positive buildings that would build on the work we've done over the past few decades on net zero energy buildings and on embodied carbon, but try to really pull it all together to truly target results that align with the Paris Climate Accord. So here you can just see in summary kind of the components, focusing, you can see on decarbonizing materials and reusing existing buildings. Next. Something that became really clear to us right away is that we didn't have the tools needed to really understand how to set targets and weigh strategies to achieve this true carbon neutrality on our projects. We needed a way to identify super early in the path, like you can see here at the proposal kind of pre-SD stage, the pathway that would allow us to get to climate positive and help our clients make those big decisions. Next. So we developed this tool that we're calling EPIC, which stands for Early Phase Integrated Carbon Assessment, to fill this kind of critical gap to show designers and project owners potential paths to carbon neutrality at those earliest moments to help guide early critical decisions. We see it as really complementary to the tools we've heard about today, Tally, EC3, and others that require a detailed building design, or at least some kind of BIM model for lifecycle accounting, which means they can be really effective, but there are some major decisions that happen up front that we think are getting lost before there's good information. Next. So let's see, so in addition, I think one of the big things that this tool does is it brings together operational and embodied carbon and potential sequestration under one roof and over a time period. So you can actually identify when do you want to get to carbon neutrality and how to get there. The first thing we do is set a base case. So you can see on the upper right that combines embodied and operational, and on the left, as you'll see in examples, track a path that gets us where we want to go. Next. So right now, this is a Excel spreadsheet. And I'll just show you two screenshots from the two main tabs. So the first thing you do is this baseline tab. All you have to know is kind of when do you think this project's going to get completed. You can plug in how many floors, how much square foot per floor, what would be the baseline, the assumed structural system, the use, where is it, and that spits out pretty quickly your baseline carbon emissions and shows you graphically the proportion that's operational versus embodied. Next. And then the main tab where you spend most of your time is here, looking at different embodied reduction measures. So look at the top part of this slide. I'll just highlight a few. You know, can you reuse a building structure instead of building a new building? That's going to be the biggest move you can make. Can you target low or very low carbon concrete? Could you consider mass timber from responsibly sourced forests? Can you target what level of envelope or tenant fit out carbon reductions can you target? And there's information in the tool that gives you a sense of what these selections mean. Identifying what you think the grid scenario is going to be where you are. So that's kind of a little bit of subjective or based on the portfolio standards at where you are. What's your EUI reduction target? Can you go all electric? Can you put PVs on your roof? Can you buy clean power? So all these things and more then in real time change the charts, and there's a number of charts that show you here in red your net emissions and including sequestration, kind of are you getting to zero carbon? Next slide. So, you know, the graphics are still in flux, so this is taken out of that and put into Illustrator, but this is for a recent proposal that we're doing, looking at 3 options. The one on the left is their kind of baseline option, which is more like EUI based. The one in the middle is an electrification option and focusing on PVs on the roof, and you can see the significant impacts. And then the one on the right, there's a kind of a carbon offset option that you can look at to understand what you'd have to do to actually offset your embodied carbon. So this tool is in beta phase. We're using it internally. We're seeking to get it up onto the web and make it available to everyone. So we're talking to a lot of potential partners right now about how to, oops, that's my timer, how to do that the best way. And that's it. Do I need funding hosting? Yes. We're actually, we put in an application with CLF to be an incubator project with them, but we're eager to work with whomever can help us get this out there fast and in a robust way so that it can be helpful to others.